Welcome to the next Concorde flyout. This is Tokyo. This is real weather at the moment, so this is what it's like there currently, so live weather. It's a little loud. Let it taxi out, get a good start up there. While that's happening, I'm going to edit the information in this video because it refused to let me do it before. Looks like we're about to get control here. If anybody wants to come and join me, they can. I am in Discord at the moment. Let me just quickly put in that this is Microsoft Flight Simulator before YouTube decides to call it Grand Theft Auto for some reason. Okay, we keep the names, thank you. Press save. Oh, 2 watches already. Welcome. Now, let's get around and have a look. All engines are running nicely, thank you very much. As you can see, I'm still in the FSX Concorde. Tokyo Haneda. Very nice airport here. Let's have a look and see what it looks like outside. It would be nice to swap over to that DC Designs one when he gets that up and running. That would be nice. Alright, pretty thick cloud base here. I'm sure we can get up and over that pretty easy. So let's redo our barometric pressure. Looks like we've got a crosswind. Fairly strong too. I wonder if they gave me a airport. No, didn't tell me. Alright. Well, let's give this a bit of a go. Right, let the brakes off at about 60-70%. That ought to be enough. Keep slowly pushing it right to 100%. Thank you. Oh man, that is loud. I always have to turn the engines down for this. Still doing pretty good. We're getting a little bit of that cross wind there. I'll just take off right there. Well, that might have been a tail strike. This is why we got that wheel down the bottom there. Alright, gear up. First time I've flown the Concorde since the new patch. So I've yet to see how, if anything, it has changed. Alright, let's give a gentle climb here. What are we? Just over 10%. 12% climb. That's probably pretty good. Now, we are heading to Beijing, so we'll have to turn there. Now pushing way up. It's climbing pretty good. I'll just ease off that climb. Maybe I can set my altitude. Oh, that's not 30 there. Hang on, went too high. Alright, set altitude at 30, thank you. Alright, now we've got to climb. I'm just going to up that window and back off the throttle, so window up. There we go. Thank you. We are coming down a fraction, so we're not climbing quite as high. Okay, very good. Back it off below 80% so I can let the engines run their probably need to keep that up while we're climbing. I was going to say get onto our Super Cruise, but we really need to get probably a little higher first. I might just turn that air. Turn off the autopilot because we're not getting very good climb there. That was unsuccessful. Turned on autopilot too soon. Let me get that speed back up. Thank you. Now I'm getting the same problem everybody else is getting. Wow, I got HTC talking over the top of each other. Not cool. We are going down, so I've done something wrong with the autopilot. Might have to do a bit of a rescue here. That's not a good way to start a stream. Yeah, I put on autopilot way too soon. Alright, I'm going to save that. I'm not going to crash it here. That would ruin my thing. Don't turn on autopilot until you're up at a higher altitude by the looks of it. So whatever I've done it wrong. Now I'll either start over again or get this thing going. Oh, it's the new update. I'm not liking their new update with the autopilot. Look at that, it's just going down. Maybe this is what everybody was talking about. I can't get my plane to fly. Why? It may actually be the reason. Still descending, which is not good. Bring that up, please. I normally have a lot more control, but I hit autopilot way too soon and it didn't want to climb. I need to gain speed, please. Thank you. Right, something's going wrong with the new update, I'm guessing. Because Concorde was never this much trouble to fly. I'm going to get back up. Turn off that... oh, there we go. I just turned off the altitude hold and instantly got power. Going to Beijing today, 50 Hertz. If we don't crash like I probably would have there. Turned on altitude hold and it mucked up the throttle or something. It's like auto throttle turned on. So when I turned the autopilot on, that was it. Just lost it. So we'll get back onto our flight path. Hello, Gabrielle. Welcome. Now, you guys are welcome to fly with me if you've got something fast enough, which is probably the SR71 or a Concorde or the TU144. I think that's your only options. And at the moment, as you can see, I am now that I turned off altitude hold, I actually get speed working. So first time I've used it since the new update, the new patch that came out. And I'm guessing it's something to do with altitude hold. Or at least altitude hold and climb. So unlike I can do in my Cessna with autopilot, which is a default aircraft, I can't do it in this. I need to get back a long way that way. See more of Japan. Let's get up into the sky. Let's go to whiteout. Pretty loud. 10%. we go, I'm going down again. I had the same problem with the clouds before. Slowing me down again. I cannot climb through the clouds. Why? Something is wrong with flying today. Why? Why can I not get through the clouds? Alright, we'll do a low level flight. You on live players? No, I'm on all players. And for some reason, we are having a lot of trouble flying today. I am on live weather, so unless it's like snow and ice over there, maybe that's why I'm freezing. Come on, fly today. What are you doing? We are having all sorts of trouble. Ethan, what are you on live players or all players? All players, I believe. I believe I'm on all players, but I am on live weather. And maybe it's actually snow up in those clouds and it's freezing it. Which up my flight. Come on. You always do better than this. Let's get the flaps down and get some height going. This will scare the crap out of the people down below. Well, it's not a great showcase, so I'm going to just change to a few clouds. And that's probably the reason why. I'm happy to do my Cessna flight on all weather, but I'd say it's probably too cold here. That's what I'm guessing. Well, we're getting a nice low view here, and I cannot seem to climb. There we go. Probably. Now Fuji, hello. I'd say, at a guess, it's got to be, there's three phase, I see you ahead of me. I would say it's got to be something to do with the weather. I put it on live and I'm probably actually freezing myself as soon as I get into the clouds like I did before, and I had autopilot on then. It dropped, so I'd say it's something maybe freezing clouds. Should stick with the nice weather. Alright. Climbing up the speed, thank you. Should be well through 500 knots now. What is your username in msfs? It is Tasmanite. Ethan, so if you want to come and join me, Tasmanite, let me know when you've done it. I may not be able to just jump out and do that because it turns my engines off every time I press escape. Now, I might turn this engine down a bit. Although you can send me a message and I'll jump out and fix the sound because it's too loud with these. Alright, now that we've almost crashed twice, once we would have. Maybe the Concorde wouldn't fly through ice clouds. Alright, gonna back off. Now we've got our white zone, we can actually back off the throttle. And I will climb a lot more gentle. Okay, I think you're on live player, so I'm going to switch. No, all players, should be all. Joe, hi Brett. Long time no see. Hi Joe, yeah, I've had a little internet trouble. Which is another thing I would say, if this particular stream dies, I will swap over to recording it and it will be uploaded at the end because the internet's been really bad. Gotta go now, go to bed, good night. Alright Joe, watch it in the morning. Alright, so there we go. Put on 78% and see if we can't get some super cruise happening. Get a little bit more speed. And I'll get myself back on the line there. And then take it up to... Wait, I lost 50 Hertz. I don't know which way he went. So, Ethan, what name should I be looking out for? And I'm on West USA server. So, you just got to realise that one. West USA. Alright, we are not getting the speed I'm used to here. Should be doing a little faster than that. Sit around here for now. Well, we are doing almost 600 knots to the ground. EJ the Goat. I don't see an EJ the Goat at the moment. Are you offside there? So I am taking off from Tokyo, RJTK, the same server. You're on the same server? Okay. Sometimes you got to jump to another server and come back and it populates. Yeah, the update has stuffed up my Concorde. Yeah, look, I'm guessing it was to do with... Wow, this is pushing over a bit fast. Come on. I'm guessing it was to do with the clouds that I chose, live weather. Japan, maybe it's freezing weather up there and I dropped because it iced up, maybe? Can I hold 27,000? So now, this is where it should. Still looks like it's climbing. It is. 1,700 feet. Was I... Or maybe I was fighting autopilot the whole time then. Alright. Tokyo Center, thank you. Acknowledge handoff. Alright. Can we get some more speed happening? What's going on? Let's see if I can get back up to 30. That's where I like to sit. And that's where I normally... See, now I can't get over the 500 odd knots. Where normally I can... usually drop this back to 70% on the lever and get Super Cruise enacted. Alright, let's have a look for EJ and 50 Hertz. 50 Hertz I think had the same problem. But I got it. Yes, it's dropping back to 400. I think I might have to push. Aircraft carrier won't work for me. Can you try and help me, please? Try to help install it. Yeah, make sure there's no second folder above it. I noticed that when I put it in, you've got to actually go back into a deeper folder and pull it out of that folder and put it in. Why is my Super Cruise not working? Nope, that just powered out. I heard that one. All four engines are fluctuating. I can see that. Alright, so my engines are going up and down, so let's just back them all the way off. Let them stabilize, and then start pushing them back up. There we go. Wow, I didn't like that. Something was going on. So, yeah, the new update hasn't helped. So, Ethan, when it comes to... Oh, there's three-phase. When it comes to getting the aircraft carrier in, there's a new update now with 4 aircraft carriers, or 4 files, and you just drag them straight into your... Hey, three-phase. You drag them into your community folder, and then what you go and do is you can use them as a spawnable airport. Tasmanite. So what you're looking for is Tasmanite. And no, this is not. Let's turn that off and let's turn that off. And let's actually get this thing going back up to 1500 knots where it used to be. No. But for some reason we're tilted up. I don't know why. I'm having the same problem other people have had. With this Concorde. How are you going, 50 Hertz? You getting yours working? Or 3-phase, sorry. Can I make a video on how to install the aircraft carrier? That'll be a short video. Download, extract into community folder, done. But you've got to make sure that you don't have another level folder above that, because if you have a second level folder, like the name of the download folder, it won't work. My Concorde is nosing up. Why is my Concorde nosing up? Like it's facing on a, not facing level like it used to. How'd the F4 work? John, I have not actually tried it yet. I have downloaded it, it's in there, but I kind of downloaded it with about 13 other aircraft at the same time. So I didn't actually get to play with it yet. Now, for some reason my Concorde is pointing up, as if it's got trim automatically up, unless that's just the... No, it's pointing up. Look at that. That is normally level, and for some reason I was dropping altitude and I cannot get up into my Super Cruise. Yeah, I don't see you at all, and I'm in the same location as you. Let me check the server. Okay. So I've got, no, I had 3-phase next to me. So I'm doing 600 knots of ground. But for some reason I cannot get this thing to go faster like it used to. And I'm nosing up. Well, that'd kind of suck. So to fly level, I face down. Why?
Yeah, I just have that same problem. It doesn't seem to go fast.
Yeah, like I'm going at 6,000 feet per minute down, but flying level. So now I'm getting my speed up, but it does not fly level anymore. Why? What is wrong with it? There you go, EJ the Goat. I see you off my right hand side at 37,000 feet. I'm getting this up to 850 knots, but having all sorts of trouble. I don't know if I got my autopilot on or off. Have to fly with trim. I noticed that they did muck up the autopilot and stuff on some aircraft with the latest patch. So I'm doing now 900 knots. I seem to be getting to this towards the Super Cruise. You can see my green on the bottom left there. Once I get into that 740 odd knots, 955 to the ground. It seems to be working, but I'm now, whoops, my trim is definitely working. But I notice the aircraft pointing up. Yep, but I'm in a A320. Yeah, I saw that. There you are, 36,000. You may have trouble keeping up. I'm now doing 1,000 knots. Okay, so I'm starting to get this to do its thing. So 77% engine. Now I'm just using my own trim here, but it does look like it's pointing up, and it never used to look like that. Although we are definitely going up now. Alright, EJ, I hope that A320 goes fast. Once I stop climbing and get this into Super Cruise like it should be, like it used to, if you have to throttle from Thrustmaster, you won't have a problem. I've never had a problem. Do you mean if you have? No, I have a Saitek X55 and I've never had a problem. Let's see if we can't get 30,000 there, thank you. Is my autopilot going to take over? No, it's not. Well, it looks like as soon as you get... Oh yeah, maybe it is. I still think this is pointing up. Yeah, something is... something's different with the flight mechanism since the last update. So, I used to be able to do... I would be sitting at 1,500 knots, 1,400 and something. Before I did, you said. Okay. I thought you did. No, I have the X55. The problem is that when the latest update came out, I'm having trouble now with the Concorde actually flying like it used to. Almost back on my flight line. So I should be sitting now at about 1434 knots where I normally sit. But I never sat there with that nose up angle. Something has changed the flight characteristics of the Concorde. Well, that's a shame. That might end up putting a stop to my Concorde flights until they fix whatever it is that they've done. Because that should actually be pointing straight and flying level and doing another 400 knots like it has the whole way up to here. Sorry guys, just what's happened, I can't control it.
Was there more than one flight model within Legacy before?
No? Is there now?
Yeah, so I just clicked in it to find out what's wrong with my F-15, because it was going slow as well. And it had intermediate, then I had to click it back to FSX, and I thought it was always FSX.
Wait, what? Are you kidding?
No, I didn't. Honestly, I thought there was only one. Well, so I went to Legacy and that's all I had to do. But I think there's something else there now.
I'm on Legacy. Let's go cancel. So the only thing I could change there, it was modern. So if I go yes, and then I go back to Legacy. No, that's all I can do. Legacy or modern. Is that what you're talking about? don't know. The only thing I can find is I've turned crash off. Everything else is as it was before. So I'm not going to make any changes there, but I bet my engines turn off. Oh, no, I don't want that one. Resume. What am I doing? There we go. Engines turned off, I think. Yep. So I'll just restart them. So Ethan, this should be allow you to catch up a little. So I've just got to start those engines. So at the moment I've stopped in mid-air so that I could get this to work. Only because some of these aircraft, oh, they got rad behind me. I don't know if that's a player or generic. Some of these aircraft, when you press escape, and they turn the engines off. So, do I have all 4 engines running? Okay, one's up. Alright, looks like all 4 are going to pump back on. Thank you. Take it back to that 77%. Alright, Gabriel, how did you get the panels of the Concorde? I used, alright, that looks like it's going to work. We still lost most of our speed. I used the legacy importer, and because I've got FSX installed in its generic place, it just worked. They all came over with the panel import. I didn't actually wait till that sped up there. So it's rad with me, flying with me. There's EJ. Okay, I can see Ethan. I still got the nose up for some reason. Something's going on with the Concorde. That is not meant to be nose up. That's meant to be nose down. So do you have FSX, Gabriel, in your default location? Not in a separate location, as in, has to be in the Program 86, Microsoft Games, FSX. Okay, I am accelerating, but my nose is still poking up. It's not meant to. It's as if the weight of the plane has been changed, or it thinks I've got flaps up, or something has changed. Look behind you. I see you. Rad's keeping up. Rad, is that you, Gabriel? Are you got the same? I can't remember. Oh, you got FSX Steam Edition. Still should work. Can you show the interior? Yes, I can. So at the moment, this is the FSX Concorde, and for some reason, after the latest update, we are now nose up, which means I can't get to my 1400 or just short of 1500 knot cruising speed. But I am trying, and I've pretty much almost crashed here as soon as I put autopilot on. Didn't want to work. So these are 2D dials. The engines do work, the artificial horizon does, and the air knot speed just goes up to there, and then that you can't tell beyond that, which I'm actually not sure if that's true. But the mark speed does not work. At least I haven't noticed it to work. A lot of the other stuff does, but the fuel doesn't, for some weird reason. It does in some people's, and I've had to change the cockpit view to clean the glass to make it transparent, because when it came into Microsoft Flight Sim 2020 version, it didn't actually come over clear. What are we doing? We're doing 1,000 knots. I will show you what the interior of the actual plane looks like. Now, there we go. down below. Oh, John, you're rad. Okay, cool. Alright, so we do have pilots and the engineer at the back there. We can go inside. Ooh. Ooh. We are not sitting straight. Oh, this is a lot harder than it used to be. Alright, something's going on. Maybe we're getting turbulence. Alright, so this goes nice and straight and we have no problem with the drone. Alright, we've got supersonic class and we've got a stewardess at the back, and I can't keep the drone level because the plane keeps going up and down. And that's what it's like inside the Concorde. But for some unknown reason, we are nose up.
Can you break the sound barrier at all?
You can't make a noise doing it, but I'm already well over that speed. So I'm currently 1,041 knots, or 720 airspeed, about 650, 660, at least it's at ground level, or sea level, is Mark 1. I can't do more than 1,000 today. Every other flight up to the last update, it flies level. The nose is down. At the moment, this is nose up. And for some reason, it's like dragging its butt. The only way I can get speed up, see if I can, off with the autopilot and off with altitude hold, is to poke the nose. See, it normally flies like that. Pretty much straight, but look at my, it's going down. Maybe we'll fly completely manually. Do need to get onto this flight path, by the way. Should be heading 298. Direct GPS to Beijing, where we might be able to do some repairs. Hey, there's Rad, he's trying to catch up. So we lost almost 10,000 feet there, just trying to get the nose level. I guess that's why people are saying, hey, my Concorde won't fly properly. There we go, Farfan Games. How's your, at the Concorde or the Tupolev? Can't tell. Can't catch up, but it would just follow you and still watch through the stream. Yeah, Ethan, you either got to have the Concorde, the Tupolev 144, or the Blackbird to keep up. The SR-71. See, now I'm losing speed, airspeed. What is wrong with this? I don't want to have to bring it back in and muck it up again, but I might have to. It's like the balance is wrong. Farfan Games going. I used to be able to control this with autopilot very nicely and level. But we are nose up now. Wow. I'm downloading the F14 right now. Maybe that will work. Yeah, not unless you really ramp up. You won't. Well, to be honest, I'm doing 1,000 knots, so yes, you will. But if I can get this up to speed like it's supposed to. No. So I normally can sit on 70% throttle and I'm fine. And would normally actually accelerate here. But we're sitting at 1,000. Well, that is the Tupolev. Is it? Yeah. You're either internet's bouncing around or your actually plane is bouncing around. You can see we're actually slowing down now. Normally no problem in flight. Very disappointed. Something's going on. I might even have a look at my file while I'm doing that, because it won't change anything. I wonder if did I try and get the afterburner effect on here. I don't think it was available from memory. Whoa. What about you, three-phase? Where did you end up?
No, I'm in the FFN, but the engines keep just cutting out.
You just keep cutting out.
Yeah, it's when I get to speed of sound level, it just cuts out and goes to nothing to slow me down.
Back off your afterburner so that you're sitting around 78 to 79%. Let's see how that goes. So once you get up there, just back off. I had that happening on a flight too. What I'm going to do is I'm going to have a quick look at what have I got? Engines. I don't think I did anything there. I don't think I've modified this for a while. It's only the latest patch that's actually modified my Concorde. That's a bit of a shame. Oh, hopefully when DC Designs gets their release out, it'll be good to fly. I know I can get the SR71 up to 1500 knots. I have a video coming out, not tonight, but tomorrow night, so a couple of days. I also know it'll cruise at 100,000 on autopilot, or 99,900, no, 900, yeah. That's as high as it'll allow it to go on autopilot. And hold the altitude. So the numbers don't go up any higher. But this one, 1,038 is all we're doing. We've got a Tupolev dolphining past me. Rad's already ahead of me. Yeah, cannot get this to go level. Cannot get it to fly as it's meant to. Let's do some climbing. Let's get up to 38. Well, it's a little different than our normal Concorde flight. Normally we are sitting 400 odd knots faster, but not since that last patch, and now we are tail heavy for some reason. As if it needs to have that angle to fly. Doesn't seem right. It's almost as if my flaps are on. I think they are. No. Weird. definitely nose up. We got all the luggage in the back, have we? So three-phase, you got the same problem with your Concorde? You're saying?
Yeah, the exact same problem. So I thought, oh, I'll cheat and get the F15.
Have they nerfed going fast? Now.
That's what it feels like.
They don't want you to go fast? Too many people racing around? Well, DC Designs, I watched a little bit of Two Tone Murphy streaming. Press the something on 10 key. Wait, what? Press. Oh, on the numpad saying. Oh, hang on, you can't press anything while you're out here. To my numlock. It was the invisible air brake. Oh, did I press my air brakes? It's like spoilers. I've got that actually set on my controls. I hope I didn't. Pressing it again. Is it going off? No, it's not. But we are still climbing. Let's just park it at 36 for now. Let's see if it was my air brakes. I'd be shocked if I did bump my air brakes on. And that was the whole reason. So that's the key on the numpad, is it? Doesn't seem to do anything. I think this one actually had any air brakes. I'm pressing it, nothing's happening. Pressing again, nothing happens. Still nose up. Oh, Ethan's ahead of me. Yeah, we're on a slight climb there. Autopilot is definitely on. I turned it off. Altitude's still on. Now, if I were to increase that, no, autopilot's on. So that's something new on the latest patch. When you put your altitude hold on, because I've got a button for that, it still holds even though autopilot is off. Autopilot is off now, so I've turn off my altitude. Now we are flying, but if I put on just my autopilot, where are you going to hold me? You're going to hold me climbing? You are too, aren't you? So if we put you level, this is becoming a problem-solving issue with this one. Look, I need the nose down. It's meant to fly that way. There we go. But we're not supposed to be descending.
jumped to the game and I've just been watching YouTube stream again. The speed you're doing is the limit that I can get to.
Is what? Speed I'm doing is what, sorry?
I can't accelerate. Yeah, I can't accelerate any faster than you're going in my F15, and it usually does.
Right. Have they nerfed it? No, now I'm doing 1100, but I am descending. See if we can just get that back to 21.5, even 22. Okay, so my speed is increasing, and at 20... Oh, because I'm going down. Autopilot, what are you doing? Oh, it turned off, that's why. I was going to say I was flying level, but no, I'm not. I'm about to go over land here. Going to cross Korea. And now I'm doing 1136 knots, so closer to 22,000, and I'm doing a better speed. I do need to change to my, was it 298? Oh, I was on 298. Now I'm going to have to get it. Looking at my VFR, I'm off map. So I'm now doing 1148 knots. Maybe they have done a little bit of nerfing to the game. Right, I'm going to bring that around. We're probably going to pass over North Korea. But I don't think North Korea would have anything that could keep up with me anyway. Okay, it's finally... Wait, are we settling at 22? Yeah. We're now doing 1170 knots. But we are still nose up, slightly.